fellow gamers, you like games, I like games, we all love games, and we all love tier lists based on what I've seen on YouTube, and I love views on videos, so let's do a little tier list of the top 20 best-selling games of all time. If this is your first time watching a tier list video, well, it's my first time making one also, so there's only one fact you need to know about it. This list is objectively true, and if you disagree, I'm sure there's a bridge nearby. Find your way to it and jump off of it. This list is from trash tier to Roblox tier, because while Roblox might not be in the top 20 best-selling games of all time, if it was on here, it'd be guaranteed to be here, if not even higher than this list can hold. It is just a god tier game above all games. First of all, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, coming in at about 26,500,000 sales, I say, after checking the figures on my phone. This game, I don't know how well regarded it is in the Call of Duty community, however, it is apparently the best-selling COD game, so it must be well regarded. I played Modern Warfare 2, I never played this one though, so I don't know about the specifics of it, but I had a blast in Modern Warfare 2, so for now I'm going to give it a C for Call of Duty. Next up we have Terraria. Now Terraria is a 2D sandbox adventure game where you basically dig up materials, you build things, you beat bosses, you gain better and better gear, and you upgrade yourself over time, and you can play it with friends. I played this game so much. I played it a ton. It's one of my most played games of all time. The only real problem I see with the game, well actually there's about two. One is that it can get repetitive in repeat playthroughs. There's an optimal way to do everything in a certain order, and you're always doing basically the same thing every time, so it can get quite boring in that respect. And also the game gets updates so slowly. It's very rare that it gets updates, and while they do add a decent amount most of the time, some of the updates are quite small too. So because of these two things, I'm going to give it an A, slightly shy of S. It has a good modding community though, so for people who enjoy mods, that can change up the game quite a lot. Funnily enough, I have played GTA San Andreas, even though I never had a PlayStation or an Xbox of any sort, because I got it on mobile, not on PC. I didn't play it on PC. I got it on my iPad, and I played the whole game on my iPad quite a while back, and it actually played quite well. I enjoyed it quite a lot. It had a fun story, and while it is a little bit outdated graphically and gameplay-wise compared to modern games today, I think GTA San Andreas is quite a good game, other than certain missions, such as following a train and the zero missions. Get those zero missions out of here. They bring the game down a little bit. I'm going to give the game a B for now. Well, I didn't have too many problems with missions. Some of them did frustrate me for a while, and it is a little bit outdated by modern standards. We Play was basically a collection of different mini-games that you could play on the Wii, and they generally use the pointer controls to do most things, and to be honest, most of the games in there were fairly mediocre, with one being a huge exception, and that is the tank game. I forgot what that one was called, but you basically played as a little tank, you move around, you try to shoot obstacles, or shoot enemies, navigate around obstacles, and there were lots of levels in that, and that was basically a full game within Wii Play. That brings the game up quite a bit, however, I still think the game as a whole is rather mediocre, so I'm going to give it a E for now, an E. This monster, he's killed so many and forced 28,300,000 people to buy his game. Get him out of here! Get him out of here! I give him a D for Duck Hunt. Pokemon games are rather interesting because they count each generation as their own set of games, even though they're technically 3 different games for this one, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But I guess that's alright here. These games sold 29,490,000 approximately, and I played the remakes of these, but not the originals. I did play a bit of Crystal back in the day, but these were a bit before my time, and as such, I feel like I should make them at least look like they fit their era. So let me just fix these things real quick. Alright, so I played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I can't really rank those in comparison to these. So since these are a little bit outdated, these are still great games that made up a lot of people's childhoods though. I guess I'll give it a B for now. Next up is Diablo 3, a game that I've never played, but as you can tell, I have the most iconic character of Diablo here, Diablo Dwarf, and Diablo 3, from what I hear, is quite good. However, we all don't have phones, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this game a D, and we need more phones if we're going to be able to play this game. And if you think I'm rating the games that I haven't played just based off the first letter of their names, well, I'm watching you. Skyrim is a game that sold really well for the time and is really revolutionary for it, and it sold about the same amount as Diablo 3, which is 30 million total. but it is also quite a flawed game. And I feel like this image has a little bit of issues with it, so I think I need to add some sharpen here. Let's just sharpen this image up. There we go, that's how I like it. Okay, so I played Skyrim quite a lot, just over 100 hours, I think. I'm not sure the exact amount. I did quite a lot in my story. I played through the whole main story and did most of the side quests in the game. Didn't play the DLCs though, I never got them. But I enjoyed my time in it. However, it is deeply flawed. I am personally going to give Skyrim a C for being a great revolutionary game for its time that doesn't quite hold up to today's standards. Ah yes, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. At 30,260,000 sales, this is a game that most families have. And when families have this game, you play it with your family, with your siblings, with your family. I played this game quite a lot in my time with my brother, and we had a blast playing it. But I will admit that this game is not the most unique game ever. It is definitely a sort of vanilla Mario game. A good vanilla Mario game, but a vanilla Mario game nonetheless. So I'm going to put this into B for being an enjoyable experience for all ages, and also being a complete friendship killer if you're playing it in co-op, depending on who your friends are. Right above New Super Mario Bros. Wii at 30,800,000 is New Super Mario Bros. The original on the Nintendo DS. This game also sold like crazy, but I didn't actually own it until after I'd already played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, so technically this one's inferior in content to the Wii version, but it is superior in how it evolved Mario. It is definitely a vanilla Mario game by today's standards, but at the time, a lot of people had taken breaks from Mario. They hadn't played it in a while, and this game brought a lot of people back and provided a nice, fun, family-friendly Mario experience that basically anyone who played it had a fun time on. It was just an overall really good game that brought a lot of people back, so I'm going to have to give this one an A. This game is fantastic. Wii Sports Resort is basically an evolution of the original Wii Sports, adding lots of new minigames, lots of new sports and stuff in it, including sword fighting, which was fantastic. There's basketball, which isn't quite as fantastic. There's the plane tour minigame, which is so good. I loved exploring that island so much. This game is just a great time, especially with your friends or family to play with. The multiplayer games in there are great, and the single player stuff is great too. Overall, I would highly recommend this game. I'd give it a Roblox tier game, okay? That's pretty high quality right here. Wii Sports Resort, man. When you think of Mario Kart Wii, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Because I have a guess. It's probably this right here. This thing right here. And this game was built to sell that accessory. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but I find it funny how much they were marketing the freaking Wii steering wheel with Mario Kart Wii. Like it was a necessary product to play the game. And it definitely worked. We have a Wii steering wheel. I never really used it, but we have it. All our friends who had Mario Kart, we have it. So, it's a good game, but I feel like future Mario Karts have evolved it beyond what it was back then. So I'm gonna give it a D for now. Just because there's better Mario Karts. Actually, I move it up to a C. I think it's still a good game. It just feels a little bit like an advertisement, and there are better Mario Karts out there today. At 43,170,000 sales, the original Super Mario Bros. Was and is still an icon in gaming. In fact, I'd say it's probably the most well-known character in gaming. Mario's been around since as early as I can remember, since before I was born, and his games have always been high-quality experiences, some of the best platformers in the genre. Nintendo has really done well with Mario and really done him justice over the years. And this was the game that really started it all off. So even though it is definitely outdated today, it could be better. Basically every Mario game is better. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure there are some that are worse. However, if we're going just by how impactful they were, how important they were to the gaming industry, I would have to give it a high score. I'm trying to determine whether or not I should give it an A or a Roblox. For now, I think I'm going to put it in the A. No, I think that this deserves a Roblox quality game, just because of how impactful it was. But also screw the rules, I'm putting it in A anyway. These two figures might seem like they're dominant by their extremely imposing form factor right there. But they're most definitely not, because the game that they're in isn't even really a game, okay? This is working out in disguise. What kind of nerd who stays in their basement, plays Nintendo games, wants to work out, okay? I'm not gonna let you trick me. You guys are going down here into the trash where you T-posers deserve to be. The original Pokemon Red, Green, and Blue sold over 47 million copies, and it was another revolutionary game for the gaming industry. Like Mario, it sparked a whole phenomenon, growing one of the largest franchises and one of my favorite franchises of all time. I've loved Pokemon since I was a kid and got pretty much every single game other than X and Y, just because I didn't have a 3DS back then and I didn't want to go back to it. And I'm gonna get Sword and Shield coming out this year, but it all started out here with Red, Green, and Blue. A fantastic start to a game franchise that would only grow and evolve as time goes on and become one of the biggest, I think it is the biggest franchise in terms of sales overall, like product sales and money of all time. Is that right? Is Pokemon the most money-making franchise? I think it might be. I think it's bigger than Star Wars and stuff. Regardless, it's really huge, so I'm going to put it in to Roblox here, just because I've loved all the Pokemon games and it all started right here. When the first things you think about when thinking of a game are frying pans and Chinese hackers, you have a problem. PUBG is a game I enjoyed back when it was new and played it with friends. However, I feel like it's gone a little bit downhill, and right now it's mostly being kept alive by mobile players in places like India and China. I feel like there are better Battle Royales out there, and I don't even play Battle Royales that much anymore. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you a Thanos snap. And you're going to go down into the trash tier, where you belong. You're taking up a lot of space down there. You don't deserve to take up that much space. Shrink down. There we go. That's you can tell exactly what that is. If you don't know where this guy's from, you're not a real gamer like I am. I don't have shades to put on right now. Oh crap. If you're a real gamer like I am, you'd understand that Wii Sports is one of the most gamer games out there. It revolutionized gaming and got families to play together. It's such a fantastic game. However, it's not as good as Wii Sports Resort, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this an A tier. GTA 5 has sold 110 million copies and is actually the highest grossing single piece of media as far as I've heard. However, I have some problems with it. Big problems. Okay, so I enjoyed my time playing the game. I went 100% in the single player, got over 300 hours in it, barely play it online. I basically only played the single player, and that was pretty good, I think. However, I am gypped at Rockstar for completely ignoring the single player and not adding DLC like they were planning on it, or expanding it, and instead completely focusing on GTA Online, where they're getting all their money off of making people buy shark cards and all that type of stuff, and I'm just not a big fan of their practices regarding GTA 5, so because of that, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put you down here at the trash tier until Rockstar can learn their lesson. You can join the freaking Wii Fit trainers, The two top competitors have been fighting with each other for years for the top spot. Tetris is currently at 170 million sales, though it could be higher. There haven't been recent sales reports for Tetris. It's likely higher than that, but as of reporting right now, it's 170 million. And Tetris is a classic. It's probably the best thing to ever come out of Russia, to be honest. Yeah, Tetris is a game that I never got into because I didn't get the original pack-in. I think it packed in with the Game Boy. Was that right? The original Game Boy? Something like that. Tetris was always a big franchise ever since it was made, though. Or a big game, I guess I should say. There's been so many remakes and versions of it, increasing its sales and increasing its popularity, and tons of people regard it as the best game of all time, or at least the most classic game of all time. And I can't deny Tetris has had a huge impact on the gaming industry, and it's a fantastic game to play, especially for people who aren't really into games. It's easily understood, the mechanics work well, it's very satisfying. So I'm going to have to give Tetris a Roblox tier. I have to give it Roblox tier. Tetris L Block needs to be in Smash Bros. Come on, Sakurai, why aren't you paying attention? And finally, we're at the best-selling game of all time.
Minecraft.
As of May 17th, 2019, also known as the 10th anniversary of Minecraft, Microsoft revealed new sales numbers for it, showing that its lifetime sales are now 176 million across all its versions. And that makes it the best-selling game of all time, which makes the birthday of Minecraft, the 10th anniversary, even more iconic. Because that means that Minecraft has become the best-selling game of all time on its most well-known anniversary of all time, the 10th anniversary. I think that's super cool, and I think that Minecraft really does deserve it for being a universally loved and accepted game that kids and adults alike can show off their creativity, explore, build, mod, make maps, do all sorts of things. Basically anything they can dream of, they can do in Minecraft. It lets your imagination become a reality. And that's what the game is all about. I've gone into all about what the game has done for me in several other videos, so I'm not really going to go into it here. However, I can say without a doubt that I'm happy to be able to talk about Minecraft again, because it's been growing in popularity and acceptance online recently, especially around its 10th anniversary. It went from being a game that a lot of kids loved, or a lot of people loved back when it was first made, to a game that people loved to make fun of for several years. And then these past couple of years, it's become super popular again, and it's been growing in popularity and acceptance to talk about online. So I'm happy I can play the game and talk about it again without getting ostracized on the internet, at least not that much. And speaking of Smash, Steve needs to be added for Smash. Come on, Sakurai. L Block and Steve are my Smash main picks. Above all else, these are what Nintendo needs to look at as iconic franchises for Nintendo, for sure. Anyway, I guess I can throw in a quick comparison here to Terraria, because that's probably the most similar game to Minecraft on here, and you may be wondering why Terraria is in A, but Minecraft is in Roblox tier, aka top tier. And that is because I feel like Minecraft has much more potential than Terraria does. Terraria is always the same thing each time you play it. You get in there, you fight the bosses in the same order, you build the same types of houses, aka the smallest thing you can because it's practical, because you do everything in Terraria for practicality. You don't do it for creativity, really. Unless you're really dedicated to building in Terraria, it's annoying to make anything that looks really that good, so you just make it for practical purposes, use few resources and make basic block houses. And so you basically follow the same process every playthrough, and it's so repetitive, I really don't want to do it again anymore unless I'm playing modded. And Terraria does have some good mods, but that's the thing. It has a couple of mod packs that change up the game. Not too many, but only a few. I think Minecraft has so much more creative potential and so much more to do in it. Because rather than doing the same things over and over again, Minecraft has so many custom maps that people have made, so many mods and mod packs that are way more expansive and completely revolutionize the game and change it completely. And there's custom data packs and resource packs and songs that people have made, animations, music videos, let's plays and all sorts of stuff. Minecraft playthroughs are so much more fun to watch in my opinion than Terraria, just because everyone's playthrough is different in Minecraft, whereas everyone's playthrough is the same in Terraria, at least in terms of the basic outline, the structure, the bare bones of it. And that's why Minecraft is the most viewed game on YouTube, by far. There have been reports showing it, and it's by far the most viewed. So I just think Minecraft has more potential and more opportunities to revolutionize your opinions of someone's opinions of games, to play a big part in someone's gaming life. So for that reason, I give Minecraft the top Roblox tier. Congratulations on becoming the best-selling game of all time. You truly deserve it, and I can't wait to enjoy you for another 10 more years, because I'm sure that throughout time, Minecraft will be recognized as one of the most impactful, important games in gaming history. Hopefully you guys liked this tier list, and if you did, I'd appreciate a like or a subscribe. I might do more of these tier lists in the future. If you didn't like it and think my opinion's completely wrong though, well, all I can say is...